Here's why time traveling to the past is not so easy without creating a time paradox. In fact, you might have heard that if you time travel to the past, you mustn't touch anything, don't change anything, don't touch anything, and don't mess with anything. Because if you do, you'll call the time paradox. And it might sound simple, you time travel to the past and you just be very careful not to touch anything. But it's not so easy. It's more complicated than that. And I can explain to you guys, this is my calculations. These are my mind. These are what I personally calculate. This is my research, my own research. And my experience. Not experience, but say research more how to explain it. So how can I explain it? To you, for an example, guys. So, for example, the reason why it's almost impossible to time travel to the past without causing a time paradox is because your presence itself will cause a time paradox. You just by existing in the past realm, if I time travel to the year to 2015 and I stepped inside the realm, just my presence in the realm is enough to cause a paradox. And let me tell you why. First off, imagine that, like, I'm in the past, and I'm in the year 2015. Now, I need to see. Now, I can see the past. I'm in the past now, I can look at everything. But the reason why I'm seeing is because the light is hitting me. Now, you have already contradicted the light, because the light is sort of going through you like it would have went. It bounced off your eyes. Because you need to see the past. So the light already bounced off your eyes. Now that's now a light contradiction. Because the light before the current past, the light did not go. Hit your eyes and back. In the current past, the light went right through because you were not there. But now, as you visited the past, you've changed the past. Now you've changed the past position of the light. The light would have continued forward. But nope, it bounced off your eyes. Now that's already light contradicted. Number two is that the wind also. In the past, in the current past, all the wind around you was going through you. However, the wind was going through because you were not there. But now it hits you, which you contradicted the wind. Because now once you visited the past, in the changed past, the wind hits you. The wind already hits you. Now, in the current past, original past, the wind went through because you were not there. Now you have created the time paradox where now the wind would have been there, but now it's not there anymore. When it would have been there. You also changed the light paradox as well. And you don't see this, guys, but everything, I won't create this as a separate video, but I like to discuss something very quickly about the tree branch, which I will speak in full details in a separate video on its own. But the reason for this being is that, let's say that you have two choices. Either A or B, and even if you don't make a choice, that's already a choice. So that's C now. You get three choices. When I have two choices, there's always three choices, because if you don't choose to make a choice, there's always n+1 choice, because if you don't choose to make a choice, that's already a choice. You see? So, say I wanted apples or bananas for breakfast. Now I choose bananas. Now, bananas, then I get the consequences of what happens when I eat the bananas. Then consequences. Then those consequences lead to other consequences, and then that one, then the consequences lead to other consequences before resting. Then next time it's like a brand new day, something happening. So all this is connected. You see, perhaps the reason why the pillow is exactly in this position on my bed is because of all the changed times. Not just because I put it in that position, but because I have hands which I can make it in that position. No, and I was born with hands, and then the multiverse, and I come with hands. I come with hands, and which is why I can put the position of the pillow exactly like that if I wanted to, in that position. So you see, time traveling to the past without creating a paradox is actually impossible. Even if you were in, say, the closest I can think of without creating a time paradox is to be in space. But then again, all the hydrogen molecules will just keep, moving, and that contradict them, because in the original past they didn't hit you, but now in that changed past they hit you. You see, even if you're in the vacuum of space, but that's the closest I can think of. The closest place I can think of to not do anything without creating a time paradox is the void. In space, literally in the space, the void, which is like a place where matter does not exist, it's just pure nothing. So that's the only place I can think of that's close to this. Or black holes, I'm not sure if that would, or black holes basically, but unless they contradict that as well. But still, void is one of the only closest places I can think of without creating a time paradox, But time traveling to the past is not easy without creating a time paradox, because your presence itself would also cause a time paradox, because the wind did not hit you. Now you've contradicted the wind. You also contradicted the light, because you needed to see as well. Even stepping on the ground, you're also contradicting the ground, because if you step on an insect now, the insect is now time paradox, because before you did not step on the insect, which meant that insect lived for another 10 days, but now you've stepped on the insect. Now the insect does not live for another 10 days. You've also contradicted the insect. You've also contradicted the ground. It's basically impossible. The only, as explained, the only closest possibility without creating a time paradox is to be in the void. And the only way to actually see the past without causing a time paradox is just to not enter the realm. But then again, if you don't enter the realm, how are you seeing that? The light must bounce to you to see the past. This means that now in the present, the light is bouncing into the future, but not just one particular future, but to many possible futures. Many possible future multiverses. If that is the case, otherwise, this is extremely contradictory. But anyways, guys, for the next video, I will speak to you guys about, maybe not the next video, but soon after I publish more gameplay videos. Of course, have fun with those. Of course, gameplay videos are coming later on, guys. So yeah, have fun with those later on. And yeah, see you later, guys. Bye.